Marcus Aurelius was the most powerful man in the world. He ruled the Roman Empire, commanded armies, shaped laws, led millions. But behind the armor, he also lived with deep pain, loss, and the silent war of the inner world. He buried children, watched his people die from plague, felt the weight of a crumbling empire, alone. And yet he didn't run. He didn't numb himself. He looked inward and found a power most men never will. This is the story of a man who ruled the world and mastered himself. Now imagine this. You rule the Roman Empire. You have power, wealth, armies, but your soul is tired. The world is falling apart, and you're expected to hold it together. That was Marcus Aurelius. Marcus and the weight of existence. Marcus didn't ask for power. He didn't chase fame or pleasure. He wanted stillness, wisdom, truth. But life gave him war. It gave him plague. It gave him heartbreak, betrayal, and loss.
So what did he do? He sat and he wrote.
You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. The world burned around him. A deadly plague swept the empire. Millions died. His soldiers fell. Cities collapsed. Even his own children vanished into the silence of death. Still, he led with calm. He never blamed the gods, never played the victim, because he knew something we've forgotten. We don't control life, but we can learn to endure it with grace. A man who knew loss, yet refused to hate. Marcus buried more than one child. He watched people he loved fade, and his son, the heir, would become the very kind of ruler he feared. Most men would grow bitter, cold, cynical. But Marcus? When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. His suffering didn't close his heart. It opened it. Why this matters to you. You don't have to wear armor or lead armies, but you are in a battle, every day, with your thoughts, your fears, your past, and sometimes you're losing. That's why Marcus Aurelius matters. He didn't run from pain. He listened to it. He wrote through it. He learned from it. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. His pain became philosophy. His wounds became wisdom. How he survived without losing himself. He practiced silence. He reminded himself daily that life is short. He stripped away illusion, ego, distraction, and met reality with honesty. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, say, and think. That was liberating, because once you accept death, nothing can really control you. Not fear, not loss, not chaos. The final lesson: become stronger inside. Marcus never claimed to be a god. He wasn't perfect. He struggled like you do. But he made a choice most men never make: to master himself. And in doing that, he found a kind of power that still echoes 2,000 years later. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Reflection. You were not born to live in fear. You were not made for constant noise, comparison, distraction. You were made to be still, to think, to act with clarity, to suffer, and become wiser because of it. If Marcus Aurelius could remain calm while the world fell apart, you can too. Comment if this spoke to something deep inside you. Subscribe, not to feel better, but to become stronger,